McCall, I mean, you've been over the course here, Peter. What do you say to your players at this stage?
Well, just go and play your natural game. I think you've got to make sure that you remember a semi-final. Don't go and worry about the occasion. Just go and enjoy yourself. And all the things that they've done to get them to the semi-final, I think they should continue doing, because, as I say, two good teams on their day. Very, very exciting. Change of formation for both sides, but I think there's goals in the game today. I think that there's opportunities.
The thing is, Peter, you just don't want to get to a semi-final, Jim, and then fail with one step for the Showcase Cup final in May. It'd be a disaster for them.
Just briefly, Neil, just before we go to Ian and Davy, you won it 5 times. What did it mean to you as a player?
As I said there, Jim, it's just the showcase event of the season. It's a big finale, and you want to be there because it's a great occasion to play in. They don't come much bigger than the Scottish Cup final. These guys have got a chance today at Hampden for a semi-final. They want to be back here when it's for real, for lifting that trophy. OK, let's get to it. More from Neil and from Peter at half-time. In the meantime, let's join commentators David Provan and Ian Crocker.
Thank you, Jim. It is the first of the Scottish Cup semi-finals on this Hampden weekend as Motherwell and St Johnstone fight for the right to return here in 35 days for the 2011 Scottish Cup final. The early exit from this competition of the likes of Hearts and Rangers was always going to open doors for the likes of Motherwell and St Johnstone. For these players, this is such a big day. Days like this do not come along very often. You simply have to make the most of them. No regrets. What an opportunity this is for these two clubs. They are both staring at a place in the final, but there can be only one. Motherwell are pretty much at full strength. Steve Jennings is back from a ban, and Franny Jeffers returns from a hamstring problem. He'll partner John Sutton, who's already scored 5 Scottish Cup goals this season. Tom Haley switches to right back, but the son of Rangers legend Mark is well used to that role. Chris Humphrey has scored 3 goals in the last 4 games. That boy is quick and a potential match winner. 10 of the 11 started the League Cup semi-final here this season. Jeffers, the exception. A big bonus for St Johnstone, the return of Jody Morris after 8 games out with a stress fracture of the back. He and his pal Michael Dubry bring experience aplenty to a day like this. Like Motherwell, Saints rested a few in their last game. Among those returning, Peter Enkelman, who's played in an English FA Cup final, and Colin Samuel, who scored the quarter-final winner against Brechin. Peter MacDonald is suspended, Chris Miller injured. Both sides have recent arrivals on the bench in Maurice Ross and Jordan Robertson. Motherwell's Gavin Gunning is on loan from Blackburn. No place for Ross Forbes in their 16. A timely return to action for Jody Morris after 6 weeks out. He was always targeting today. He's made it. John Sutton has scored in every round of the Scottish Cup this season. His brother Chris scored in 2 semi-finals. Can he keep up? Stuart McCall, 3 times a Scottish Cup winner with Rangers, where he and Derek McInnes were teammates. Motherwell and St Johnstone have got what they wanted, each other. Avoiding Celtic in the semi-finals has given them a huge chance of returning here next month for the final. St Johnstone have lost all 7 of their previous semis. Motherwell have lost 7 of their last 8. Well, someone's got to win this one, David.
Yeah, I think tension will have a lot to do with it, and I think the side that can handle the tension better has a really good chance of getting to the final. It's a strange one, but semi-finals for me were always much more tense than the final itself. And particularly, I guess, for 2 clubs that don't often get to cup finals. So a lot at stake out here today.
Invincible, Colin Samuel, who scored the winner in the replay against Brechin. That was actually St Johnstone's last goal. Samuel again beaten to it by Craigan. Here is Jody Morris, such an influential figure for St Johnstone. Young Murray Davidson now for Danny Invincible. St Johnstone looking to make the first impression at Hampden Park. Mackay's cross, Liam Craig's header. Craigan struggling. Colin Samuel might get a second go, but Jennings to the rescue.
Well, they got it away. For me, there was a free kick there on Stephen Craig, and I think he was nudged there as the ball came in, but Just the kind of start that Derry McInnes would have been looking for, just to get his boys settled. It's all about getting a good, safe, early touch on the ball here.
Free kick for St Johnstone, who've made a bright start. And Danny Granger will be lurking around most of their set-piece scenarios. It is Granger then to whip it in, and Danny Invincible's header! Terrific save from Darren Randall.
Well, I've got to say, it's a terrific delivery from Danny Granger. It comes in at a great height, plenty of pace on it, and all he's trying to do is help it onto the target. He's trying to find the inside of either post, gets it a little bit too straight, and it is a save that you'd expect Darren Randolph to make.
A positive start from St Johnstone. Not difficult to see where their problems have been lately. They failed to score in their last 4 matches, and their only goal in 15 and a half hours of league football was an own goal. But they don't give much away at the other end, usually. Rangers throw, flicked on by Davidson, but it dropped the wrong side of Craig, and it's booted away by Haitley, and John Sutton will chase this, but it'll carry through to Peter Enkelman. This is St Johnstone's 3rd Scottish Cup semi-final in 5 seasons. They lost to Celtic in 2007, Rangers on penalties in 2008. He was manager then, and a player the year before when Owen Coyle was in charge. At least this time they have avoided the Old Firm. They won't get a better chance.
He's got to find goals from somewhere, and it's been a pretty poor season in terms of goals for them.
Burst of pace from Murphy, and Jeffers now. It's poked away by Dewberry for a corner.
Well, I think Dewberry does well that he doesn't get too tight, otherwise he might have been done by the first touch here. He just gave himself a couple of yards of insurance there.
Motherwell's turn to answer back, and Tom Haitley will go across to take this corner. His old man Mark has a few memories of this famous competition. Haitley delivers, and it's a goal for Motherwell! A brilliant start, and it's the captain who's got it! Stephen Craigan, inside 4 minutes of this semi.
Well, again, it's down to a wonderful delivery from the corner. Stephen Craigan doesn't have to jump here, back post. Enkelman comes, gets nowhere near it, and Stephen Craigan doesn't have to get off the ground. I'm not quite sure who he runs off here, because St Johnstone are picking up man for man, but somebody loses him, and it doesn't get much easier for that. Stephen Craigan can't quite believe his luck that 3 yards out he's getting a free header.
I was rather surprised it was him, because that is his first goal for 5 years. And St Johnstone will be kicking themselves that they virtually gifted him that goal. Kevin Moon now for Danny Invincible. Granger. Shadowed by Humphrey, who's won it back. That will do for starters from Motherwell.
Well, I think it'll do for the game. Obviously, it's a blow to St Johnstone, but I think it'll be good for the game, and it will open the game up.
More than he could have wished for. Motherwell in front already. It's only the 7th goal that Stephen Craigan has scored during his long association with Motherwell. Almost 350 games. Kept in by Murphy. Hamill now. There'll be a free kick for Jeffers, who certainly felt the force of it from Davidson.
McCall will want to see him back in his feet because they've got a really good balance up front today, Motherwell. Sutton offers him the direct approach, and Jeffers will play either side. And we certainly know enough about this lad to know he can finish.
He's had a strange career, one way or another. Stevie Hamill, who played in Motherwell's last semi-final, 4-3 defeat to Rangers here in 2003. John Sutton's penalised.
Could have given it either way there, and I think that's the point that John Sutton is making to Ian Brines. So often we see the decision go the way of the defender in this situation.
Just as we were saying how good St Johnstone have been defensively, even though they don't score many, they go and concede a really cheap goal. Sutton rising. Humphrey up against Granger. And that could be one of the game's key contests. Turned away by Haitley. It's bounced off Lasley. Samuel. Jennings on the collision course with Morris. Mackay's throw for Kevin Moon. Moon, who's only recently returned from long-term injury. Liam Craig. Murray Davidson. Kevin Moon. Invincible. Moon again. Mackay unable to keep it in.
He's got to try and steady the boat here, St Johnstone. This was not the start they were looking for. I think we see here why forwards don't mark as well as defenders at set pieces. It's Danny Invincible who was on Stephen Craig and just loses him, and that is far too easy, I'm afraid.
They don't come along very often for Stephen Craig. First goal for 5 years. Motherwell ahead in this Scottish Cup semi-final. Leading by example. Very much part of the third park furniture. Likewise this man, Stevie Hamill, also in his second spell at the club. Dewberry commanding. Here's Lasley though. Here's Lasley. Also in his second spell at Motherwell. We have a few of those. Enkelman seeking out the Invincible. Here's Hutchinson, who's had his injury problems over the last couple of years, but looks a really accomplished and competent defender. Young Geordie. It's won by Davidson. Craig. Under pressure from Hutchinson.
Well, the two wide players certainly have to support for St Johnstone, you know, because Colin Samuel is playing against the two Motherwell centre-backs on his own. And, you know, whichever side the ball is on, the wide player of St Johnstone on the opposite side has to become a striker at the back post.
Motherwell are the favourites today. They're on top of their game right now, in form, having just secured a top 6 place in the SPL. And they changed managers mid-season again, of course, the second year running. They can be a bit Jekyll and Hyde, but for the most part, they're a pretty decent team.
It's not a bad ball. John Sutton was looking for it short into feet. He had just come short there. Wasn't expecting it to be played into the channel, but Motherwell have settled, and you can see the benefit of getting an early goal takes so much of the anxiety out of it.
Years since Motherwell reached Scottish Cup final, that famous final of 1991 when they beat Dundee United 4-3 in an epic encounter between the managerial McLean brothers. Granger, one left back to another, Hamill. Craig, found by Morris. Hately intervened though, overrun by Humphrey. Craig now for Granger, and here is Jody Morris. Invincible. Davidson for Mackay. St Johnstone eager to get into their stride. It's a foul by Jeffers on Morris.
Well, he's lucky, Jody Morris. He turned the wrong way there, turned into trouble. He got away with it. Not an area of the pitch you want to lose the ball in.
Dewberry will take this towards Granger, who won it well, but it drops harmlessly for Randall.
Well, he's always favourite because he's got the run in there. He's making that out-to-in run. He's always favourite here. He just can't find the angle for the header. He's got to get that across the 6-yard box.
A few players treading a disciplinary line today. 5 Motherwell players, a yellow card away from missing the final if they get there, and 3 St Johnstone players similarly worried. Morris. Hasley, Sutton, Murphy. Sutton moving ahead of him. Jamie Murphy might go it alone. Oh, he does! That is a wonderful goal from Jamie Murphy. Motherwell in a hurry to book a place in the final.
Well, it's a terrific finish. He might have been tempted to look for a pass. As he comes across the 18-yard box, Franny Jeffers makes him a really good offer. Well won initially by John Sutton as Murphy picks it up. Look at Jeffers trying to be slipped in, probably offside at that stage. Murphy holds on to it and then finds a wonderful finish. Managed to just get it out his feet across the goalkeeper. And Enkelman could be blamed at the first goal. I think he's blameless here. Back across, I'm in off the post, and Motherwell looking very good 15 minutes into the game.
Sitting pretty with less than a quarter of an hour played. Jamie Murphy with his 12th goal of the season. He is turning into a really exciting player. Still only 21. St Johnstone have to score the next goal in this game, of that there is no doubt. The worst possible start to this semi for Derek McInnes. It's Motherwell who have risen to the occasion. Oh, Randall having to react. There's a similar goal scored in those circumstances in the Norwich-Nottingham Forest game last night.
I just wanted a little bit too much time here, Stephen Craigan. The last thing they want to do at the moment, having made such a good start, Motherwell, is invite St Johnstone back into the game.
Motherwell really up for it. Grasping the opportunity that has come their way. They did wallop St Johnstone 4-0 earlier in the season, but St Johnstone did win the last league meeting between the sides. They have some work to do here. Rangers free kick. Invincible. Unable to feed Mackay. Jamie Murphy on defensive duty now. Invincible won it back though. Away by Hately. Moon Dewberry onto it.
You see the problem already St Johnstone have. You know, Colin Samuel, the only obvious target they have in the box. Liam Craig trying to get himself in at the back post, but he's not the biggest. He's not going to win too many of that type of deep cross.
Derek McInnes has been involved in 4 cup semi-finals in domestic competitions with St Johnstone, lost all of them. And if St Johnstone scored the next goal, he could be getting that feeling again. Stuff of dreams this from Motherwell, stuff of nightmares for St Johnstone. How will they respond? Moon. Invincible. He joined St Johnstone recently after Kumana let him go. Anderson. Moon. Mackay. Capable of a decent delivery. Samuel. Chris Humphrey sorts that out with assistance from Tom Haitley. Sutton up against Dewberry.
Good defending from Michael Dewberry. St Johnstone starting to get a foothold here. Well, they need something from it.
Moon. Mackay didn't hang about. Samuel rising, it's going to come to Brager! Motherwell did so well, 2 bodies in the way.
Might have been Tom Haitley who managed to get the block on it. A very important block it was as well.
Motherwell determined to hang on to what they've already got, a 2-0 lead. Mackay. Moon. Anderson for Davidson. Might be a foul on Samuel, it is, by Cragen.
Well, again, I think soft. I think that's the point that Stephen Cragen is making. Doesn't want to allow Colin Samuel to get turned here. That's soft for me. But previous to that, a really good block here from Tom Haitley, who's narrow here, trying to help out his centre-backs, but gets out really quickly into the wide area to make the block.
St Johnstone nearly scored from a free kick in a similar position to this. And Granger found invincible. What will happen with this one? It's Granger again. John Sutton helping out his defence. Morris, Granger, Samuel. It's a throw for St Johnstone. Moon. To near Randolph.
Yeah, it's got to be better than that. But if you're going to go 2-0 down in a game, do it early. Still plenty of time here for St Johnstone to save this.
Tom Haitley will take this throw. Hutchinson. Cragen, who scored the first goal. Hamill. Jennings. Hamill for Sutton. Fending off Dewberry. Jennings.
No, good idea, just trying to get Chris Humphrey on the ball. He's hardly had a sniff there, Chris Humphrey. Unlike Jamie Murphy on the other side of the pitch. Jeffers makes a decent run here, but had Murphy tried to slip him in, I think he's offside. So it was the right decision by Murphy to take the ball, a little wander onto his right foot, and boy, did he find a finish. Terrific reverse finish.
The Scottish Cup player of the round in the quarter-finals, eyeing the semi-final prize too. This is the 8th time St Johnstone have reached the semi-finals of this illustrious competition. They've lost the previous 7. It's the first time for everything, of course, but it's going to happen today. It will be in exceptional circumstances. Craig. Murray Davidson.
Good effort, nobody getting out quickly enough. Liam Craig could actually have found Murray Davidson a little bit earlier than he did. And Davidson's got all the time in the world to get himself set there. Could actually have taken the ball forward a couple of yards here. A good body shape there. Ball always on the up. And I think you can see that Randolph's glove was up in any case.
Murray Davidson, a rising star, who after the replay against Brecon in the last round linked up with the Scotland squad for that game against Brazil, although he did not figure. Stevie Hamill. Stephen Craigan. Murphy for Hamill. He was looking for Jeffers, but that didn't quite work out. Enkelman has to react swiftly because John Sutton was charging towards him.
Well, had they a little bit more pace up front there, Motherwell could have been in there.
Ian Craig blocked that. Yeah, offside flag was up in front.
Well, he's not expecting it to come back his way there, Colin Samuel. He's in no hurry to get back on side. He thinks Motherwell are going back up the pitch. That's why he's not trying to readjust his position now. Well, an even share of possession, but the big stat is the one on the top left-hand corner of your screen there. It's one that may have Derek McInnes, perhaps not this early in the game, but certainly if it continues at 2-0, he'll be thinking about a change of shape, I would think. Try and get a bit of company up beside Colin Samuel.
Well, Peter McDonald probably would have been there today, but he is suspended. Bately's throw, Sutton, Jeffers, and Anderson timed his challenge right.
Oh, terrific tackle inside the box. Stephen Anderson mistimes this by a whisker. It's a penalty, and there's every chance it's lights out for St Johnstone. And what a good tackle it was. Really on the stretch here, but got a good bite of the ball.
Samuel. Hamill picks up the scraps. Dewberry rising above Sutton. Moon for Samuel. Now Invincible. A bit too clever from Invincible, but Moon kept it in. Motherwell pressing.
Well, they're quite happy to drop off here at the moment, Motherwell just taking a little breather.
Invincible. Morris. Anderson. Moon. It's a clear shove on Invincible by Craigan.
Yeah, it's needless from Stephen Craigan. Particularly someone of his experience, because Danny Invincible is going nowhere here. What is he supposed to do with that Invincible? And this has given Danny Granger another chance to deliver.
They've had a few of these already. Can they make one count? St Johnstone hoping and praying. It's left again for Granger, and it's dropped just wide. It came off the Motherwell head.
Well, they get away with it, Motherwell, but for me they're defending that far too deeply. If they're up a bit further, with that kind of pace on the ball, it'll go through to the goalkeeper. But they're so deep, they're always liable to lose one from a header here. And they get off with it, Motherwell.
Off the head of Haitley, and a corner now for Granger. Danny Granger sent it in. Davidson, and Invincible trying to get near it. Jennings, forceful for Motherwell. Jody Morris. It's away by Hutchinson. Jennings, Lasley, Jeffers, Jennings.
Good idea. Jamie Murphy screaming for it on the left-hand side, just trying to get him in as early as possible there, Steve Jennings. Bit of a miss kick, but Motherwell in a situation now where one more goal just about puts them out of sight.
Samuel, Morris, Moon, Mackay. Dewberry. Off Cragen for a corner.
Yeah, decent ball there from Michael Dewberry, just trying to find Invincible. Liam Craig again getting himself into the back post area. But in the moment, Danny Granger's delivery looks St Johnstone's best chance of a goal here.
Davidson and Dewberry and Invincible forming a queue. Granger pops it in. Randolph gets a fist on it. Goal kick off and in, Craig.
Well, it was good goalkeeping by Darren Randolph at the corner, because he had Colin Samuel trying to block his run, and he got a good strong hand on it. See Colin Samuel there, just trying to make it difficult for him, but he's up early and gets a decent fist on it, gets it safe.
Keeper arrived from Charlton last summer. They needed a good replacement for John Ruddy, who went to Norwich, and they found one in this chap. Slight delay. Quite sure that's on his job description.
Health and safety, I think.
Dangerous, though. Motherwell's route to Hampden included disposing of both the Dundee clubs and Stranraer in between. St Johnstone claimed a notable scalp. Hearts at Tynecastle before beating Partick Thistle and Brecon City. This season, the first time Motherwell have reached the semi-finals of both cup competitions since 1952. Sutton, Jeffers. This is Keith Lasley, and he's amazingly put it wide.
Oh, what a good run he made across the face there, Keith Lasley. Nobody picking him up. Jeffries takes it in really well under pressure from Dewberry, needs help, comes from Lasley, does really well to dig it onto his left foot and can't quite find the target. Really good offer from Keith Lasley, good example of good midfield support, and that would have put Motherwell well and truly in the driving seat.
Well, he scored here in the League Cup semi-final against Rangers should have repeated the feat there against St Johnstone in the Scottish Cup semi-final. You can see the second semi-final tomorrow from 12:30 on Sky Sports HD 1 and 1. It is Aberdeen against Celtic. Stevie Hamill will take this. Aimed towards Sutton, unsurprisingly. Davidson close to him. Cragan's header. Sutton, Jennings. Jeffers can't get past Anderson and impeded him.
Could have gone the other way for me. That's the point that Franny Jeffers is making. It's knocked in behind. Yeah, he had using his hand there, but he's certainly been held off there by Stephen Anderson.
Dewberry. Ian Bryant is going to bring out the first yellow card of this game, and it goes to Michael Dewberry.
Oh, there's hardly been a bad tackle in the game. What it gives Michael Dewberry a dilemma here. He's got an hour to go in this game, can't afford to miss time another one.
Jennings. Murphy. Hamill. Jennings. Cragan.
I think they've got to get further up the pitch. Try and meet Motherwell further up the pitch, St Johnstone. If they drop as deep as they are at the moment. Motherwell quite happy to keep it at the back. Passive possession at 2-0 up will do them nicely.
Sutton and Dewberry went for that. Samuel. Offside. Jennings. Cragan. Jeffers for Murphy. Jamie Murphy's on his way again. And that could be very ominous to St Johnstone. It's just wide.
Well, I'd be surprised that Dave Mackay shows him the inside here again after the first goal. Should really be showing him down the line because he's really strong on his right foot. Once he gets onto his left, he doesn't have the same conviction here. Well, he's only half a yard out. But I think Dave Mackay should be trying to show him down the line onto his left foot. He already had the warning at the first goal, and they were almost punished again there by showing him the inside.
Ten minutes to half-time. Lasley, Jeffers, the full Jody Morris then. Jamie Murphy might have been a better option. Davidson. Samuel. Moon. Samuel. Jody Morris.
Well, so far so good for Stuart McCall. Must be absolutely delighted with what he's watching out there. Not only is Motherwell 2 goals up, St Johnstone really not getting at them at all here.
Motherwell 4 unbeaten coming into this. They've won 3 of those and drew at Hearts, which is no mean feat. Jamie Murphy has already scored and nearly had another.
Enkelman looked very relaxed there. I wonder how close that was to the far post. I think it's an intended cross there. Once again, Murphy finds the inside, wraps the inside of his foot around it. It's moving towards that post. Well, a yard at most.
Jamie Murphy, a prominent performer for Motherwell. St Johnstone need to do something. They haven't done much lately, or in fact this season generally. Score goals. They've only scored 3 goals in a match once throughout the course of the season. It was in a cup tie against Queen of the South. They have 5 blanks in their last 4 matches, and in 8 of their last 11. Lasley for Haitley. Before the Scottish Cup began, Motherwell were 20-1 to win it. St Johnstone were 40-1. Jeffers. Sutton! Glorious goal! John Sutton makes it 3-0 despite the effort of Enkelman, and this has been a fabulous first half for Motherwell.
Well, it's terrific link-up play between the 2 strikers, but look at John Sutton. He takes his marker under the ball, but now he's on his way. Sets up nicely for him. Well, he made that look easy, it's anything but. It's a really awkward time for him here. And somehow he managed to get topspin on it. Enkelman gets his right glove onto it, just not quite enough. And Motherwell, after 39 minutes, look just about home and dry. It's been a terrific performance from Stuart McCall's boys.
John Sutton's 6th goal in the Scottish Cup this season. He has scored in every round. The last Motherwell player to score that many in a Scottish Cup season was Joe McBride back in 1964. St Johnstone have been taken apart, but here's Liam Craig. Hutchinson across. Haitley seeking out Murphy, and that's a wonderful ball, is it? Oh no, just away.
Dry surface, it would have been okay. Surface heavily watered before the game, just got away from him. And he can be well pleased with his contribution, this young man.
Watching on and enjoying this, Stevie Kirk, who scored the winner for Motherwell in that epic final of 1991, and looking good after a health scare earlier in the season. Motherwell fans spotted him on the big screens then. Legendary status. Chris Humphrey, who hasn't been in the game much, but Motherwell haven't really needed him to be. Here's Haitley. St Johnstone have flopped miserably on their big day, but Motherwell relishing every second.
Well, they're trying to get Invincible a bit closer to Colin Samuel, but the service is pretty poor. A big half-time team talk coming up for Derry McInnes.
Hutchinson. Jamie Murphy. Chris Humphrey kept it in. Well, the first goal might have been a routine header for Stephen Craig at unmarked, but the second and third, superb strikes. They might not have finished toying with St Johnstone yet in this first half at Hampden. Jeffers looking to get to that, but Dewberry marshalled it.
I think that's the downside for St Johnstone, having pushed Invincible into a twin striker role now. Stevie Hamill's going to find it much easier to get forward on the left-hand side. Where does he go from here?
Liam Craig. Jennings muscled in. Scooped away by Craig.
Well, if they are going to save it, you feel that St Johnstone need one before half-time. Something to give them that little bit of belief. Going 3-0 down at half-time. And Derek McInnes has got a major job lifting heads.
Invincible returns it to Mackay. Samuel. Mackay found his route blocked. Motherwell, so hungry, so determined. They won't want to give St Johnstone a glimpse of anything before the break. Kevin Moon. Samuel.
Got to be better. A good example of where it's falling down for St Johnstone. Poor ball into Invincible. Well, they were looking very comfortable here. Got to say that the two central players, Lasley and Jennings, have done really well. This 4-4-2 system with two natural wide players either side of them asks a lot of them. They were outnumbered 3-2 the way St Johnstone lined up initially. But they've done more than hold their own in that central area.
Dewberry. Craig. Humphrey. Strong challenge from Craig, but Samuel's given it away to the ever-industrious Jennings, who's been tripped by Morris.
Take your time, Stuart McCall saying take your time, no hurry here whatsoever. Get in 3-0 at half-time. You can almost taste cup final day.
The only worry of Stuart McCall, if Motherwell continue with this romp, is that 4 of his starting 11 are on yellow cards. Stephen Anderson, edgy. Enkelman could have come and collected that. This is Jeffers. And Sutton.
Well, they get away with it, but I mean, Enkelman should be screaming at Stephen Anderson to leave that. And he obviously didn't get a shout from his goalkeeper here. Eventually they get off with it. John Sutton a couple of yards wide, but St Johnstone really haven't done themselves justice at all here so far.
Yes, it's all fallen horribly flat for the men from Perth. They were certainly their own worst enemies on the first goal, which started the slide. Hutchinson. Lasley takes over. High into the Hampden sky by Granger, who will chase his own clearance. Here's Hately, who is one of the 4 players on the yellow card, and Darren Randolph is another. The other 2 are Sean Hutchison and Chris Humphrey in the starting lineup. It's half-time. Motherwell quickly about their business. Stephen Craig with a rare goal for them, his first for 5 years. A solo strike from Jamie Murphy. And then an excellent effort from John Sutton, who continued his scoring spree in this competition this season. Long way back for St Johnstone here. Motherwell with 1 foot, perhaps a bit more in the final. At half-time in this semi-final, Motherwell 3, St Johnstone 0.
Colin Samuel, as Peter says, he'll provide possibly a different threat, but they have to get support of the guy.
It's a huge ask for St Johnstone, but they'll give it everything. Because remember, the prize is huge, a place in the Scottish Cup final to meet either Aberdeen or Celtic. Much more from Neil and Peter at full time. In the meantime, let's get back to it. It's 3-0 Motherwell, and let's rejoin David Provan and Ian Crocker.
Well, Jordan Robertson joined St Johnstone at the end of last month after serving a prison sentence for causing death by dangerous driving. He has played in Scotland before, a loan spell at Dundee United from Sheffield United a few years back. It's only his 5th appearance for St Johnstone, and they're asking a lot of him as he replaces Colin Samuel. It will be Motherwell to start the second half, and they have such a firm grip on this semi-final. 3 goals to the good against a side who always struggle to score 1 goal, let alone 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's catch-22 for St Johnstone now, because they will have to go and chase the game. There will be times where they empty the midfield in trying to get support up, and they're always liable to be picked off at the other end.
Turned away by Craigan, who started the scoring spree today with a rare goal, and that's a foul by Dave Mackay on the man who scored the second, Jamie Murphy. And those 2 goals were followed by the obligatory Scottish Cup strike for John Sutton. Stevie Hamill will take this. Jody Morris returning for St Johnstone today. A back injury. Ruled him out for 6 weeks. The sun has come out at Hampden, although Motherwell might feel like it's been shining on them anyway. Some intricate passing, stops with Jody Morris. Robertson just on. Away by Humphrey. Stephen Anderson allows Sutton to feed Humphrey.
He's hardly been in it at all, Chris Humphrey, but you know the temptation for a wide player when you're not getting involved in the game is to come inside. But he's been disciplined, he's stayed right out on the line, he's made it difficult for Danny Granger to cover the centre-backs.
Granger guarded there with Humphrey lurking. Craig. Will it open up here for St Johnstone at the start of the second half? Hutchinson across. Davidson for Morris. Into Invincible. Mackay. Anderson. Duberry.
Oh, absolutely nothing the St Johnstone front players can do with that kind of service from Michael Duberry. They passed it, you know, and then they went long. If they're going to go long, they're as well doing it immediately.
Such a difficult task for Derek McInnes now to rally his team. Kevin Moon. Dave Mackay. That bounced off Murphy. Davidson. Lasley for Cragen. Motherwell have won the Scottish Cup twice in their history, 1952, 1991. Oh, and Jordan Robertson is going to get a card here.
Well, I think Sean Hutchison did him a favour by getting up as quickly as he did there. A lot of players would have made a lot more of that. He's certainly late, Jordan Robertson.
It's yellow.
Leading with the sole of his boot there. I think he just catches the toe there of Hutchinson. And to be fair to the Motherwell defender, he was up on his feet almost immediately.
Jordan Robertson joins Michael Dewberry in the book. Invincible. Mackay. Hamill. Pinched by Robertson. And it is a throw for St Johnstone.
Well, not according to Stevie Hamill. I think his reaction probably tells the real story there. It's the kind of break that St Johnstone will need, though, if they are to get back into this.
Mackay. And Lasley, big handball shout for St Johnstone. Ian Brines disinterested.
Well, Sean Hutchison must have got a shout there, because he could have dealt with the throw in here and just ducked underneath it, left it. Well, that shoulder for me. Murray Davidson screaming for handball, but it would have been soft had it been given.
Misjudged by Mackay. Of course, it should have been a throw for Motherwell anyway. That last incident, they have one now. Cragen. Steered away by Anderson to Davidson. Pop back by Cragen. And again. Robertson will get a free kick off Hamill.
Not from there.
Mackay will lead this for Dewberry, who 13 years ago today was playing in a Cup Winners' Cup semi-final for Chelsea. Darren Randolph, safe pair of hands.
Yeah, good take. Real good physical presence about this boy. And, you know, he makes early decisions, screaming at his centre-backs there that he's coming for that. And it was his all day long.
Offside, Franny Jeffers.
I think that's a chance that St Johnstone have to take now. They have to close the game up, shorten the pitch for the midfield players. Motherwell don't exactly have blistering pace up front.
Stuart McCall reached 5 Scottish Cup finals with Rangers, won 3 of them, and of course scored twice in the English FA Cup final for Everton in 1989, although they lost to Liverpool. Davidson.
I think he thought about going down there, Murray Davidson, and he might have had a free kick. I think it's clipped there. Yeah, he's caught there. I think had he gone down, he might have got a free kick.
Davidson, Robertson. Robertson now for Jody Morris. Invincible. Morris survived Jennings' attention. I think that might be a free kick somehow.
Yeah, he's wrong side there, Steve Jennings. There's no way he can make a clean tackle from this angle. Well, this is a better angle here from Danny Granger. Just wonder if Randolph shows him too much of the near post, whether he might take the shot on, but more likely he'll try and knock something in flat to that back post.
Here it comes from Danny Granger. He has gone for goal, but it's collected by Randolph.
Oh, he's got to find the top right-hand corner there if there's any chance of scoring. Randolph just second-guessed, already on his way as he struck the ball.
Davidson. Mackay. Won by Hutchinson. Now Kevin Moon. Danny Granger. Invincible. Neil Lennon alongside Gary Parker, and they'll be back here tomorrow for the other semi-final against Aberdeen, who they absolutely tore apart in the League Cup semi-final here not so long ago. 4 up in just over half an hour. And of course, they also beat Aberdeen 9-0 earlier in the season. St Johnstone. Davidson trying one, and Randolph equal to it.
Really good effort. I mean, Danny Invincible is screaming for a return pass here, but as Motherwell back off, Murray Davidson is always going to take the shot on. Well, he got some really good late dip on that. Once again, Randolph had to react, and it's a decent save again.
Danny Granger's corner. Dewberry can't get near it. Hooked away by Hamill. Mackay's throw, flipped on by Invincible, no takers. Sutton fouling Anderson.
Oh, a bit like his big brother in that regard, isn't he? Really difficult to play against, very good at backing in, using his body.
Robertson. The second half replacement for Samuel. St Johnston's only goal in their last 6 games was in the last round of the Scottish Cup. We play against Brecon City. Sent back by Dewberry. Away by Heatley. Not been much of a day out at Hampden so far for those who have travelled from Perth. Anderson, Kevin Moon making the run furthest forward. Might just get there.
Yeah, he did well. You know, that's a run that the Motherwell centre-backs are struggling to see. He's just coming across on the blind side. If anyone's going to match that run, it has to be Stevie Hamill. And he let him go. That's a very decent offer there from Kevin Moon.
Just back after a year out with cruciate ligament damage. Morris stretching. Jennings. Moon, invincible. Moon. Mackay for Morris. Craig, invincible.
Good tackle.
Sean Hutchinson's tackle has set John Sutton on his way. Jamie Murphy now. Here's Haitley with Humphrey ahead of him. Blocked by Liam Craig. Stephen Anderson. Jordan Robertson. Craig. Craig watchful. High boot will give Lasley a free kick.
Yeah, I don't think there's any contact there, but again, it's Jordan Robertson. Almost identical challenge to the one he made on Hutchison on the other side of the pitch. No contact, but he is high there with his foot.
Motherwell bidding to reach their 7th Scottish Cup final and looking very good for it with half an hour left at Hampden. Sutton falling. This is Jody Morris. Michael Dewberry, whom Jody persuaded to head north. Flying header from Dewberry. Liam Craig. Davidson. Morris. Robertson.
Again, just wrong choice there. Invincible had come off. Ball knocked long, and that's been the story today for St Johnstone, who are having decent possession of the ball. And this graphic tells us that St Johnstone are starting to get at Motherwell, but just the final ball, where it really matters, has been lacking today.
Familiar problem. Same old story, St Johnstone. They are the joint lowest scorers in British League football with Hamilton Accies. Jeffers onside.
Yeah, played onside there by Danny Granger. Motherwell look as if they're saying now, yeah, 3-0 will do us. I mean, they're just going to make sure they're compact, make sure that Jennings and Lasley stay goal side of the game. And if they get one in the counter-attack, that'll be a bonus. But I think the first priority for them at the moment is not to lose one, not to offer St Johnstone any encouragement whatsoever.
Well, some mild encouragement for them here with this free kick. Dewberry joining Invincible. Robertson. Granger takes. Away by Hamill. Change of plan from Granger. Anderson. Hamill's header. Morris. Liam Craig.
Well, it's good play from Robertson. He uses his body well there, but that hasn't been happening enough. You know, he just cushions this. He's looking for support. There's plenty of it here. On the half volley, it's never easy.
Liam Craig decided the last meeting between these teams with a penalty in the SPL. But the Saints have been unable to offer a reply to Motherwell's 3 first-half goals.
Oh, he's been so tidy this afternoon, Sean Hutchison. Hasn't really broken sweat, but much of that is down to the way he reads the game.
Motherwell maybe about to bring on young Robert McHugh. They are certainly in the comfort zone here after a glowing first-half performance. Jeffers. Hamill. 19-year-old Robert McHugh, recently returned from a broken list, is set to take the place of Franny Jeffers. This is Tom Haitley. Keith Lasley. Teeing up Humphrey. Sutton. It's away by Jody Morris. Davidson should get a free kick, and does, of Jennings. And Jennings is going to be summoned to the referee.
It's not a bad free kick to give away if Murray Davidson gets goal side of him there. St Johnstone in good space there. I don't think he can have any complaints about the booking, but it does allow Motherwell to get goal side here, get organised.
He's not one of the 4 Motherwell starters who are already on a yellow card. As Franny Jeffers prepares to take his leave, and he'll be replaced by Robert McHugh, who comes on as a sub for the 15th time this season, so he's rather used to it. Hasn't started the game this season, actually. Jeffers' efforts appreciated by the Motherwell faithful. McHugh very nearly joined Partick Thistle on loan in January, but 1 or 2 other deals fell through for Stuart McCall, so he stayed at the club, and here he is playing at Hampden Park in a Scottish Cup semi-final. And Kevin Moon has been replaced by Stevie May for St Johnstone as they look for additional firepower. He's got the hair of Brian May, but it is Stevie. Granger, no way in for Dewberry.
It's not a bad ball at all, just nobody getting round the back.
Stevie May, 18-year-old who scored a couple of goals against Hamilton in February, born in Perth. And a free kick for handball. Stevie May involved straight away, but still no way back in this cup semi for St Johnstone. Granger towards Invincible, it's away by Cragen. McHugh for Humphrey. And now a chance for him to show his speed. Haitley. Humphrey again. Steve Jennings. Didn't work out for Haitley. Anderson across.
Oh, they're very patient there, Motherwell, until they got the 2 against 1. Humphrey now in a position where he'll try and just go on the outside. The worst he's going to get is a corner or a throw-in. The ball doesn't have to come into the box now.
Haitley's got a corner. That will do nicely. Can Motherwell add to those 3 first-half efforts? They did beat St Johnstone 4-0 at Fir Park earlier in the season when Nick Blackman scored a hat-trick. He's now at Aberdeen, of course. Reagan open the scoring, lurking again. Hamill takes it. Hutchinson penalised. Stuart McCall took over at the end of December when Craig Brown departed to Aberdeen. And he's loving it. He's on the brink of the Scottish Cup final. They played well here in the League Cup semi-final against Rangers, but ultimately lost out.
Well, it's been a pretty good week for them. Secured their top 6 finish last week. And now they've got, well, almost both feet in the cup final.
St Johnstone, who've scored 1 goal in their last 10.5 hours of football, have somehow got to come up with 3 in 20 minutes here. We're talking miracles. Invincible, it's gone out. It's a Motherwell throw. McHugh. Hamill. Haitley. Humphrey wants it and will get it. Humphrey up against Granger. It is a goal kick.
Well, he reckons not, and you know, if you're a wide player, 3-0 up, 20 minutes to go, just keep going down the outside. I think he's right. I think it's a corner.
It's Humphrey, who has scored a few goals lately. The SPL title race is reaching a dramatic conclusion, and this game should decide destinies. Rangers against Celtic, the final Old Firm game of the season, Easter Sunday from noon on Sky Sports HD1. Job done ruthlessly and efficiently by Motherwell in the first half, and no reply yet from St Johnstone. St Johnstone fans glum, to say the least. They just can't score goals. It's a recurring theme. Anderson. St Johnstone have never reached a Scottish Cup final, falling at the semi-final stage 7 times. Looks like it might be 8. Dewberry's flick, though. Invincible looking to get in. St Johnstone cry penalty, but it's not happening.
Well, I just wonder. He could have hit it first time, Danny. Invincible. He took the touch. Was he taken down by Stevie Hamill? Wanted the touch. Nah, it would have been soft. That was a heavy touch. I think he's already on his way down there.
Murray Davidson. Jody Morris. Davidson. Mackay looking to sneak in around the back. Jamie Murphy aware of his presence, though. Stuck with him. Invincible's cross. Liam Craig won the header, but Randolph has it.
It's a good knockdown, just no reaction. Very good knockdown. You know, you need people to react, people to gamble.
are going to bring on Steve Jones shortly. Sutton tangling with Anderson. Chris Humphrey hasn't really been able to show what he's about today, and he is about to be replaced by Steve Jones. Jay Murphy, he has shown what he's about. And now he's fed McHugh. Here is Humphrey. Shot press over the head of Sutton.
What is Dan Invincible doing, taking a throw in that area of the pitch at 3-0 down? Surely they need him further up the pitch.
Does look like it might be a double change for Motherwell, because Maurice Ross has just got it already, and Steve Jones is also waiting. Steve Jones was waiting to come on, but Maurice